J.R.R. Tolkien, the dude that wrote Lord of the Rings, my favorite movie trilogy, said that not all those who wander are lost. And I think that is such a profound statement that I'm going to try to illustrate in this little time I have on this recording. Most of us in life don't know what the hell we're doing, and we think we should. We think we should have a game plan, a goal of where we want to go in life, what we want to achieve, and we want to know how we are going to get there. It's like we want the map. We want to know, we want to type in on our Google Maps of life where we want to go, and then it just takes us there. And it don't work that way. Hardly ever does it. And if you're one of the few people that just kind of knew from a young age of maybe what you wanted to do when you grow up or where your life was going to head, blessings to you. But most of us are not like that. And that's not how life works for most of us. And I think that we're conditioned by the things we see in social media of people's stories of success and how they got there, and it just looks so linear. It looks like they got from point A to point B, and it was a happy, smooth thing, and it was a great ending, and a hoorah. And a lot of our movies are like that. A lot of movies and stories, I mean, it may have a problem in it, but it's concluded. There's a finish line that is satisfying to our brains. And then when we try to take that inspiration, motivation we see from the social media or movies, it's hard to do that in our own lives because we don't know what the hell we're doing. And I think there's a valuable lesson in there. It's okay to wander. It's okay to not know what you're doing. And it's definitely okay. Not just okay, it is essential for us to try different things, fail, and move on to other things. And I'm going to give you a little quick example of my own life. I'm how old now? 33. That doesn't matter. When I was in college, I tried too many majors. My mom was not happy about it. Thank you, Mom, for sticking with me. But I tried pre-med, I tried pre-law, I think I was a history major at one point, exercise science, teacher of some kind, and I'm a software developer right now. I eventually landed on a computer science software development major because it was pretty much the last one I hadn't tried. So I figured, hell, I'll give it a shot. All the other ones didn't really work out, and this is kind of what I'm left with. And back to our map analogy, we don't need to know the end destination. Sometimes we just need to try a destination, see if we like it. And if we don't, this is the key part. That's okay. It's okay to go somewhere and not like it or fail at it, or if it's not what you want to do. That is not necessarily a failure in the grand sense. It may feel like it because it didn't work out, but you gained some valuable information. You learned a little bit more about yourself, whether you liked it, whether you didn't. Maybe there were aspects you liked about it, maybe there wasn't, and you just take that with you and you don't let it devalue your sense of worth as a person, and you move on to the next spot on the map. And as you start going to all these different spots of the map, the more you learn, the more you see what you like, and more importantly, what you don't like. So if there are 10 things to try and you try 9 of them and you are certain you don't like any of those, well, then maybe this last one is something you like. And if it's not, then you have maybe choose one of those things that you hated the least. But the point is you wouldn't know which one you objectively like the least, or maybe you actually like, without first trying the rest of them. Like if you were going to a brewery, I love breweries. If you didn't try every beer, you wouldn't know which one's your favorite. But you must try each to know. And you don't have to get it right on the first time, is my point. And I think that is something that we do a disservice to our children, at least in the United States, of not letting them be able to explore this vast map of different things you can do in life. They're tethered to pretty much 4 frickin' subjects from the time that they are 5 years old and they're able to write their name until they are drafted in the military, can be drafted in the military. Math, science, history, what's the other one? In English, language arts of some kind. And that's the four fucking things that they get to do. And then when they're 18, 19, and they have that choice, all right, Johnny, what do you want to do in your life? A lot of them don't know. And how could they? We do them a disservice by not being able to explore and try different things around them. Now, a lot of people that are successful, the ones that you see with the movie stories or in social media, they somehow have this ability already ingrained with them to learn that it's okay to fail. You know, you hear a lot of successful people say that, like, they failed at so many different things before the thing landed, but I don't think that's something that everybody naturally has. You know, some people do, some people don't, and that's not the point. The point is to teach our children, to teach people that it's okay to try, it's necessary to try different things, not do it well, and come back tomorrow and the next day ready to try again. And I think if more people were taught that, people would find their authenticity and learn more about themselves much earlier than life. And some people just don't ever learn that at all. So I end with it again. Not all those that wander are lost. Thank you, Mr. Tolkien. I think it's time to start that trilogy again. See y'all.